Welcome to the Short Funk Podcast. I'm Tom Barbalet, and today, Short Funk 300. Actually, I'm going to tell you a little story. I've been watching films from my time in Australia and reflecting on the films and why they were important to me. Sometime probably in my early teens, I used to get off the bus opposite an elite private girls' school. We lived in the neighbourhood near the elite private girls' school, and the bus stop was at the girls' school. Well, basically there were thick hedges, and then outside the school was the bus stop. When I started getting off the bus, I noticed not necessarily interest, but scorn from some of the private girls that went to the school. And after a while, they started throwing sandwiches at me. They were uneaten sandwiches from lunch. I'd catch the sandwiches occasionally and eat them. They were quite good sandwiches. They had various kinds of smoked cheeses, I seem to recall. I don't remember any lunch meat or anything like that, but just the quality of the cheese was pretty good. The bread was white. It wasn't wholemeal bread. But I thought, this is an interesting social interaction. After the first few times where I caught the sandwiches and ate them, they decided that they'd rub the sandwiches in the dirt before they'd throw them at me. And I thought, I can't eat these sandwiches anymore. And I kept on trudging. And this became sport for a while for these particular girls. It turns out I knew one of the girls' mothers, incidentally. The literary arts establishment where I'm from was pretty big. She was a well-known author, and we would meet her periodically at various, writers-related things that I was dragged along to. Her name was Prue Card, and her daughter, who threw the sandwiches at me, name was Kate Fisher. A few years later, Kate Fisher appeared in a film called Sirens, along with Elle Macpherson, Portia Rossi, what's the fellow's name? Sam Neill, perhaps? And Hugh Grant. And it was a kind of strange movie because it was about Norman Lindsay, who was a particularly provocative artist between the two wars in Australia, and the women in which he drew. Honestly, I don't think of the movie as being particularly erotic. There's a lot of nudity in it, but it's more associated with a particular part of Australia at a particular time. One of my first serious girlfriends also lived in Springwood, which is the area which it was filmed, and I became very familiar with the area, particularly the train station, getting off the train station and walking to my girlfriend's house and this kind of stuff. That may have been 2, 3, maybe 4 years after Sirens first came out. Sirens is on Netflix, and I was sitting down, a few days ago. I'd come home late from work. I've been working longer hours currently. Just felt generally dejected. And I recalled that Sirens was on Netflix and I put it on. It strikes me as a film associated with some aspect of my childhood. Some aspect associated with the kind of naivety. Some aspect associated with the whole nature of the church and the provocative nature of those that weren't affiliated with the church. And also, there was this girl, Kate Fisher, who once threw sandwiches at me and then rubbed the sandwiches in the dirt. And now she was in Sirens, naked. I thought to myself with great irony, if that's the best that the folks that threw sandwiches at me could do, I had a lot of better opportunities. Tom Barbalet in San Jose, signing out.